Hey everybody, Norm over here, and I've got my friend Gary Stockdale, and Gary is a prime example of, in LA, you know, a lot of people start out in bands and stuff like that, but they create a career doing a lot of other things, including conducting, arranging,
right,
singing, writing, and you're a two-time Emmy nominee.
That's true.
And
a bridesmaid, not a bride.
Oh, there you go. Well, you know, I've never been nominated for anything but the Rock Cod Award.
Well, you might win
Best Guitar. It was a fishing thing, I think.
You might win Best Guitar Store in Los Angeles.
Well, thank you very much. There's a lot of stuff. I mean, there's so much stuff in your career. I mean, you played with my buddy Brian Setzer and the Brian Setzer Orchestra.
What a great musician, what a great guy.
And tell us about some like the movies and TV stuff that you've done.
Well, I like many people, I actually started playing piano, and then when the Beatles came out, I'm that old, I started playing guitar, and I was lead guitar player. And then when I went back to college, I decided to take back piano, and I started music directing shows. In fact, I was just telling you, I'm mentioned in Steve Lukather's book because I gave him one of his first jobs at 17, playing for a musical at Two Gentlemen of Verona at LA City College here in LA, and he at 17 was amazing. And then, so you know.
So you were a talent scout as well. Right?
Well, it just, you know, he was recommended by a friend of mine from who knew him, and Jay Gruska. I don't know if you know Jay, but another TV composer. And so I was doing all that stuff, and I was arranging for small things, doing television stuff for different cities all over the place, like, you know, Augusta, you're something else, and all this stuff for this company in San Diego. And then I got to know Henry Mancini's daughter, and through that he sort of became a mentor, Henry did. So cool. I was able to sing on a lot of his scores. And
Mr. Lucky.
Yeah. Oh well, that was earlier than me. But this was like during the SOB and 10 and all those movies. And he was like, you know, he would see a score of mine and go, put strings on that, boy, and he was great. So
that's a good guy to learn from.
Yeah, he was the best. Knew how to live. Knew good wine, good cigars, Cuban cigars. He turned me on to, and great music, and just a wonderful guy. And he introduced me to Lalo Schifrin, who then I wound up ghostwriting for a bunch of movies like Sudden Impact and Dr. Detroit. And
really, I remember Dr. Detroit. It was a great movie.
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah. And that was really a fun thing. And he was such a great composer. I mean, sometimes you ghostwrite for people and they're, you know, hummers. They don't know what they're doing. But Lalo was a trained classical, amazing jazz composer and player. So I really learned a lot doing that.
George Martin type.
Oh yeah. Well, he was he studied with Nadia Boulanger in Paris, and he, you know, of course wrote Mission Impossible theme, but he also played with Dizzy Gillespie. So he was cool. You know, I couldn't have been luckier to be with somebody like that. So then I just started scoring stuff myself. I did a couple movies for Corman. And so I was not playing live as much. I was in the studio doing movies, and then I got into TV. I did Sabrina, excuse me, Sabrina the Teenage Witch, and also
I heard The Simpsons and Family Guy.
Yeah, I sung on a lot of those, and I became Penn and Teller's composer in 1990. So I did their show. Can I use profanity on this?
Yeah, you can say whatever you want.
Penn and Teller bullshit, which ran for 8 seasons.
What did you say?
Well, you never know.
We don't allow profanity on our station, so I mean, because you know, really, I don't give a fuck. But we try to discourage.
Oh fuck! I said shit. Oh shit! I said fuck.
There you go. Sorry about that. Anyhow. And also Adele too, on the Oscars, you backed her up.
Well, one of the great things about being a singer in this town is you get to do a whole bunch of different things. So I've sung on TV and movies. This actually, the most recent Oscars I did was backing up Mary J. Blige for the song from Mudbound.
Really?
So there were a bunch of us on it singing in the background for the song that was from that movie, which was a little scary for me because the choreographer was giving me kind of a strange look because, you know, I look almost exactly like the villain in Mudbound, which was played by you know, that great actor, I can't think of his name right now, but who's also in Breaking Bad. Who also
looks like a villain too.
Breaking Bad, yeah, Jonathan Banks, and so, you know.
I've been told I look like a villain too. But.
Well, you know. Well, my theory is all bald white men look alike.
There
You're
you
not
go.
bald yet, though.
I'm not bald, but I'm gray, so
Yeah, exactly.
I look like something. I'm not sure what it is.
You got a soul piece, too. So.
Yes, right.
We're soul piece brothers.
So can you play a little bit for us? Just maybe something that we would either recognize or whatever. Whatever
I'll play a song of mine, if that's okay.
Okay.
And this is a song, the great thing about this song is that the people who it's about don't ever think it's about them. You think you found all the answers, solutions for the human plight. You think it's been right under our noses, wisdom hidden in plain sight. You cracked the code, you found the key to everyone, including you and me. But you don't know, no you don't know. Don't say true when it's just suppose. The fact that someone made it up doesn't make it so. You don't know. You say it's a wave of revelation, rising up stronger than the tide, exploding just like a volcano. Helpless villagers step aside. You found the cure, you feel secure, but I prefer much more uncertainty. 'Cause you don't know, no you don't know. Don't say true when it's just suppose. The fact that someone wrote it down doesn't make it so. You don't know, although we've seen this all before. People keep coming back for more. You see conspiracy so clearly. You think everybody else is blind. You swim in deep reverberation, the echo chamber of your mind. To you it's all in black and white. They are wrong and you are right. If we could only see the light, how perfect things would be. But you don't know, no you don't know. Don't say true when it's just suppose. The fact that someone made it up doesn't make it so. Until you've got some work that you can show. Well, I think you may still have some ways to go. You don't know.
Hey, Gary Stockdale, right here at Norm's.
Thank
so, it just goes to show there's so many ways to make a living as a musician. Doing arranging, writing. Obviously, I can hear your vocal ability and your vocal range.
Thank
It's
you,
great.
man.
I can
Well,
see
I always
why
say
they-
in this
why they
town
call
you
you.
got to stay a moving target.
That's it. You got to figure out a way to make yourself needed.
Yep.
And you did that.
Well, thank you, man.
And I'm so proud to have you in the store. And by the way, I want to tell everybody that on July 3rd, we're doing a show called the California Saga 2
California Saga 2.
with David Crosby,
Jesse Colin Young,
Albert Lee.
Albert Lee, the great Albert Lee, and Harry Shearer being Derek Smalls from Spinal Tap, and his wife Judith Owen, and also the immediate family, Waddy Wachtel and Kortchmar and Leland Sklar and Steve Postell.
Right. And for you guys who don't know who that is James Taylor's band.
Yes.
amongst others.
Yes,
I
yes,
mean,
yes.
but they're like one of the great, almost like the Wrecking Crew in their own right.
Oh, absolutely, and veterans, and Danny's written so much great stuff, and you know.
Yep.
So it's a real honor to play. Steve Postell's been a great friend of mine for many years and played on my albums and stuff.
Fantastic. Well, it's going to be a great show. I hope you guys buy tickets. And what this is for is to help the homeless. And it's the Midnight Mission. And that's a charity I've been very involved with for the last probably 14, 15 years. It was Tom Petty's favorite charity. It's Richie Sambora's favorite charity. Don Felder, Jackson Browne.
My dad's
Lobos.
AA sponsor, but he was on AA for 50 years.
Clancy?
Was Clancy.
There you go. All right. Well, musicians and homeless are not far
and alcoholics.
Removed. And alcoholics and mental illness like myself. So, you know, whatever. I haven't been fully diagnosed yet, but I mean, I've been told by a lot of people I'm mentally ill. So anyhow, Gary,
thank you.
Very, very cool having
Norm's
Gary
Rare
Stockdale
Guitars.
here.
Norman's Rare Guitars, one of the gems in Los Angeles, that's for sure.
Well, thank you. Help out the homeless, the Midnight Mission at the California Saga 2. You can look it up. And we're going to have Gary actually sign a guitar that we were given by Vero and Taylor. And it's going to be auctioned off at the charity event. Can we get one of those Taylor guitars there, Nick, if you would? And so we have the Great Guitar Contest, and then we have also, it's the Vero Great Guitar Contest, and we've also got,
there you go.
you know, for the Midnight Mission, California Saga 2.
Tim Pierce,
and
Joe
Tim Pierce.
Bonamassa.
Both of these were signed by Joe Bonamassa, who came in the other day. Who's also a very big supporter of the Midnight Mission. We love Joe.
Yes.
Robin Ford has played for the Midnight Mission. It's just on and on and on. And I've, you know, when I first got involved with the Midnight Mission, I went to this thing called the Golden Heart Award, and they had this girl that was playing like classical piano thing, and she was good, but it was not super, you know, lively, let's say. And I said, maybe if I can get some of these rock and rollers and stuff to kind of hook up with the Midnight Mission, we could do something. And so many people have gotten involved, and I really appreciate it. And I really appreciate Kevin Wax for putting this all together. And
Kevin Wax is the head of the tribe who's putting on the concert.
We need a marker here, and Gary's going to sign these. And hopefully we're going to raise some money for the homeless. All right, and we'll do one more.
Okay.
Again, the Vero Great Guitar Contest, and these are Taylor guitars. These are cool guitars, and the Midnight Mission event, the California Saga 2, at the Ace Theater downtown Los Angeles, July 3rd. Thank you guys for watching. We love you all, and thank you guys for supporting the Midnight Mission.
Thank you, Norm. Thank you.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, thank you. That was fun.